Did the gentleman not understand? Did I not emphasize adequately that one must bow to the Emperor?
Relax. Nothing happened.
To the gentleman. But I shall be punished.
How?
Please keep close and tell no one. Could it not be just etiquette for one day? And it's past noon.
Greetings.
What?
Yeah, it's gone.
A witcher? Oh, that's just perfect. Is the gentleman not in a hurry to see the sorceress?
Hey, I'm talking here. I'm sure all these nice fellas and madams want a
Do you think
conversation.
it is common to disturb a lady?
The gentleman will have time for a stroll later. Please stay with me.
Any tidings from Vizima?
The gentleman will have time for a stroll later. Please stay with me.
Forgive us, sir. We are occupied.
Did I not request?
Forgive
So?
us, sir.
The
We are
gentleman will have
occupied.
time for a stroll. Is the gentleman not in a hurry to see the sorceress?
Nah.
Hail, Kerzer!
Es frag, Casside. Visse atra espaise. Tete tag heim in Kalandnes of Valoisau. Eptusau.
Mind if I interrupt?
Why not join in instead?
We're discussing neutrality. How difficult it is to preserve.
Still worth trying.
Because?
Because there are few causes worth serving, even fewer men. Enough about that. Mind if we change the subject? So, talk to the Emperor.
Why did he summon you?
So not even you know.
No. But I wager it's an ordinary witch's contract.
Some werebubs.
Weird bubs.
Soon, mind you.
Oh, that's funny.
Es het een wat gen geralt. Wat?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Wat? Ere gloire. Ere gloire. A deserter from the Skoye tent.
Deserter? What are you talking about?
Will someone explain to me why you are here?
Why are you here? What are you guarding? Nothing.
Chris Rich.
The gentleman will have time for a stroll later. Please stay with me.
We've no need for the gentleman's escort.
Is the gentleman not in a hurry to see the sorceress?
We've no need for the gentleman's escort.
Did I not request? Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Fair enough.
Well sharpened yet. Yes? Then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants guild, but the church of the
Pearls of the North, Novigrad.
Eternal Underworld.
No one can claim to have traveled the northern realms who has not been to Novigrad. If I was forced to list what during my many meanderings has made the greatest impression on me, it would be precisely this great and yet at the same time free city. A metropolis worthy of the Empire. Its only flaw is that the civilization Nilfgaard carries within her has not yet enlightened it. That is why hordes of reactionary cultists of the Eternal Fire dwell in the midst of its excellent buildings and superb commercial infrastructure. One feels as though superstition is how the local hierarch and his temple guard cement their power over the city dwellers, and many they are to control, for the city counts no less than 30,000 of its inhabitants. Whoa. While strolling through this fabulous port, surrounded by marvels of architecture, it is hard to imagine that centuries ago Novigrad was mere minor elven townstead. When the city fell into the hands of the Nordlings, its problems grew exponentially, for as is well known, the people of the North can do a great many things, but peaceful and orderly cohabitation is not one of them. And so Novigrad first belonged to Redania, then it fell under Temerian rule, and finally, after endless compromises and bargains, it at last became a free city. But is this city truly free? I dare doubt it. Redanian influences make itself felt too strongly on every street corner, and the fact that the city is located within Radovid's territory speaks for itself. While wandering the city's streets, I came across 4 watermills, 8 banks, and nearly 19 pawn shops. There are also a great many houses of simple pleasures such as taverns and brothels, and Novigrad's commitment to matters of faith is borne witness to by the fact that the city contains no less, I kid you not, 19 temples to the Eternal Fire. What more can be said? I think Novigrad has all the makings of the capital of the world, and perhaps this is what it will one day become. First, however, someone needs to bring order to within her walls.
At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and cynicism that...
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
What shall become of Temeria? Temeria, a land where milk and honey once flowed, in what did she wrong the gods that they should treat her so cruelly? The pearl of the north to some, she proved a galloping range for Nilfgaardian cavalry to others. As a country, it had survived 2 previous wars against the Empire, and it was here that the war's bloodiest battles were fought. It was in Temeria where the most bestial deeds were wrought. It was Temerian civilians who bore the full brunt of these war's horrors. And bear them we did, bravely and steadfastly, until the demise of our great protector, King Foltest. Then Providence turned its fickle face from Temeria. Murdered most treacherously, Foltest failed to leave Temeria a worthy successor. And so all manner of curse soon fell upon her, tearing her apart like so much carrion. She had no more allies then. None remembered that we had once been the armor protecting the north from the designs of the mad dancer, he who had the gravestones of his foes pounded into the ballroom floor. A free and independent Temeria is no more. A dark-faced sun looms over her every rampart, yet we Temerians live on, and always will, as long as folk believe the usurper who took our beloved capital Vizima to treat as his property will forever peer over his shoulder in fear. For in the shadows lurks not one dagger, but the power of a nation of daggers, waiting to deal justice's blow.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. You'll need only prepare a clean draft. In triplicate.
Cirilla, Fiona, Ellen, Rhiannon. born in 1251, heiress to the throne of Cintra, Princess of Brage, and Duchess of Sodden, heiress to Innis Ard Skellig and Innis An Skellig, and suzerain of Autier and Abyara, daughter of Pavetta, see Pavetta Fiona Ellen, and the Urcheon of Ellenwald, see Emir var Emrys, granddaughter of the famous lioness of Cintra, Queen Calanthe, see Calanthe Fiona Rhiannon. A shipwreck occurred during a journey from Cintra to Skellige, which took the lives of Urcheon and Pavetta. Cyrilla's further upbringing was then entrusted to her grandmother. In 1260, afraid of the looming Nilfgaardian threat, Queen Calanthe sent Cyrilla to the court of King Everil, see Everil of Verdun, where the heiress of Cintra was to marry the heir to the throne of Verdun, Prince Kistrin, see Kistrin of Verdun. Though allying with Verdun and gaining the aid of the realm's army was at the Calanthe's top priority, no marriage ever occurred, and Cyrilla returned to her grandmother's court. In 1262, during the so-called Cintra massacre, Cyrilla went missing.
A shame I have no time.
Portrayal of the elder races. What is a non-human? The answer is simple. As the very name suggests, it is something which resembles and yet nevertheless is not a human. Though it walks on two legs, speaks a tongue similar to our own, and dresses in similar attire, it, all the same, has more in common with base beast than noble man. Dwarves are like moles. They feel best underground and avoid direct sunlight. They like to live in filth, forever smudging themselves in the mud and slime. They love everything that can be found within the earth, rocks, metals, minerals of all shape and color. It is also said, like their kindred moles, they feed most readily on worms, roaches, and other night crawlers. Halflings, for their part, are more reminiscent of golfers, fat, lazy, and loud in that typical rodent way. Their minds are filled with only the thoughts of food and drink, which they steal from other nobler beasts and greedily squirrel away in their hovels. They are marked by a cruel craftiness. You could be dying of hunger and they would not share a meal with you. You could be howling from poverty and they could be swimming in gold. And yet, they would still fleece you to the last crown. You could do nothing but good to them and they would still stab a knife in your back. Elves in turn seem related to the birds of prey that dwell in far-off Sericania. They care most for their colored feathers. They would most readily spend all day staring at their reflections in the water and singing their own praises. They are so awash in self-love that they no longer feel any desire towards members of the opposite sex of their own species. Their appearance, unquestionably pleasant to the eye, is highly misleading, for they are extraordinarily cruel, and any who judge them by looks alone, they first dupe and then kill in cold blood. The best proof of this, the so-called Scoia'tael bandits that claim to fight for freedom, but in truth only long to kill humans. All these vile so-called elder races are, to our great fortune, slowly dying out.